So, hi Alain, thanks for giving a little bit of an explanation about TYPO3 Inc. I thought it was remarkable to hear that it would be probably one of your last talks about TYPO3 Inc. And that Matthijs is kind of taking over as CEO. And I would like to introduce you a little bit, so we're not going to talk very long, but for me you're very well known as being a change agent. You also write about this a lot on alainveuve.ch. Can you give us a little bit of a background or insight, not on your entrepreneurial undertakings, but about digital transformation, digital change, and what you write about that on your blog?
Yeah, well, there's actually... Well, that's hard to answer. The thing is why I started the blog basically is because I have a lot of conversation and interaction with people at very high pace, especially last year, and I see that a lot of top executives are struggling sort of with changes that is resulting from technological progress. So what is interesting me a lot is not digital in particular, is more like that a lot of technology is evolving, and this is challenging the society and therefore the economy as well. And what is strange to me is that the society is quite fast in adapting new technology, like we all do, having the smartphone and the way we live. If you look back 5 years from now, a lot of these behavioral things have changed. But the enterprises stand back. So they are struggling with adapting their customer experience to the new behavior that's out there, and that basically is something that's driving me to understand that processes. How should a company be in the future of fast technological progress? And this is something which I find very interesting personally. And the blog then was like more of a therapy for me, because if you get a lot of input and impressions from people, you need to somehow digest and luckily and surprisingly for me, a lot of people think this is interesting for them as well. So that's how that whole blog thing starts.
Yeah, really great, because I also see that some of the blog posts are also translated in English.
Yeah, that's the wonderful team at AOE doing. Roland Edwards, he is even faster than me in translating and writing, and he's doing all the work, and I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, that's really great to see that you cover a really great area like this, also outside of Germany. So I've got one very big question, some kind of final question, because this morning we had a presentation by a guy really coming from the commercial side, from a company side, looking towards the collaborative economy, collaborative aspects, and in search of community. And I've been also working a lot with Inner Source. PayPal is doing this kind of thing, so they try to involve the collaborative processes a lot in bigger companies. From TYPO3, we have been for 15 years used to collaborating on a community level. We see the move towards a company, towards an incorporation. I think it's a sign of the times, because we also see the function, for instance, of the typical manager and community manager kind of converging, which is called the spider and the web. I think it is. And how unique is that whole move TYPO3 is making?
Well, I think there are two dimensions to that. The one thing is that the community, I often saying that the community has been changing that a lot. Not only the community itself, but it's more like the people that are forming that community. We all have been very much younger. We all didn't have kids. We didn't have a mortgage. This kind of stuff we all have now. We all grew older and we had a lot more time. So there is a need to professionalize, because there is just not so much time to spend on TYPO3 beside what you need to do for your living. This is one thing. The other thing is that if you compare like corporations from back then in 2006, for example, and today, what you can see is that a lot of corporations make the move to a more agile organization, to a more self-organized organization, and I think I'm deeply convinced, meanwhile, that this is the right move for literally any company to go into the future, to be fast with adaptations as they come. And again, at AOE, we're living this as a self-organized company. And when you are saying that this is some sort of a controversy, like a community collaboration approach with the corporation approach, I think it's both of the components made steps towards each other, and it's like a compromise. Yeah? It's more structured, but it's not so structured, or it should not be so structured as with the traditional dinosaur company, which I think they will come to an end anyway.
Okay, thanks a lot. I think this kind of completes your presentation, I would say. And have a really good flight back to Switzerland. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for having me.